Collingwood Arts Center in Toledo, Ohio is one of the most intriguing establishments of the city. Supposedly one of the most haunted locations in Toledo, if not in all of Ohio, many creators of all kinds call the CAC home. But could the alleged paranormal phenomenon within its walls be helping to inspire and fuel the artistic expressions of the residents? Or could it be the other way around? Collingwood Arts Center is composed of multiple interconnected structures. The Gerber House, the white brick home in front of the main complex that faces Collingwood Boulevard, was constructed in 1872 by Christian Gerber. Gerber poured exorbitant amounts of money into what he thought would be his lavish dream home. It was the underestimated construction budget for the house and an economic downturn that ultimately led Gerber to declare bankruptcy in 1875 and abandon the project altogether. Many years later, the rear section of the house was torn down in order to append the music and academy buildings, effectively connecting the Gerber House to the main complex, which first opened its doors on September 6, 1905. It originally served as a teaching covenant for the Ursuline Order of the Sacred Heart, and the Mary Manse College was established there several years later. When the academy ultimately closed in 1975, that year also marked the coincidental 100-year anniversary of Christian Gerber's turn of unfortunate circumstances. For about a decade, the building stood vacant. The Gerber House especially suffered from the desertion during this time period, as it became a frequent shelter for squatters and, reportedly, a focal point of occult activity which transpired in the basement. In 1985, Pat Tansey rented the two structures, saving them from eventual demolition, and the foundation was built for what would become the Collingwood Arts Center. There have been many accounts of unexplained encounters throughout the 3+ decades that have passed since Pat Tansey resurrected the historic location. These reports, befitting a place as eclectic as the Collingwood Arts Center, are a collection of some of the most wildly varied paranormal experiences cataloged in one location. These incidents range from the benign, such as children running through the second-floor halls of the Gerber House, or the nun seen in the attic cheerfully waving at witnesses. There's the offbeat, and some would say, comical experiences, such as the eerie invasions of privacy in the first-floor bathroom by an entity observed has brief glimpses of movement behind patrons as they look in the mirror. There's also the unnerving, such as a presence reported in the small and gloomy 4th-floor hallway that contains several tiny rooms, each of them not much larger than a storage closet. These rooms have been dubbed the cells, and it is here that many report the sensation of being watched intently, perhaps even angrily, by someone or something unseen. Then there are the downright ominous brushes with the paranormal that have been described, such as the glowering nun seen sitting in the 3rd-row balcony of the theater by performers, and the menacing shadow figures that reputedly lurk within the basement of the Gerber House. One former resident told of an incident in which one of these shadowy apparitions suddenly emerged from within the elevator after the doors opened and glided past the stunned tenant before vanishing. These types of accounts have helped establish the CAC as one of Ohio's most desired locations to visit for local ghost hunters. There is such an interwoven tapestry of history, legends, and ghost stories that come from the Collingwood Arts Center, and they are impossible to comprehensively cover in this brief video. Ultraworld members have investigated the Arts Center a total of 4 times since 2019, all as part of public ghost hunts sanctioned by CAC staff. Personal experiences have been minor thus far. We have encountered bouts of anxiety or feelings of being watched while completely alone. A manufactured source of EMF was discovered near the middle of the Gerber House basement, possibly providing an explanation for some of the aforementioned impressions of foreboding felt in that area. However, during an investigation on February 29, 2020, Daryl encountered several shifting electromagnetic fields in the Gerber House basement, which caused high spikes on his EMF meter. These readings were detected several feet away from the man-made source of EMF, and some were in the region of 99 milligauss, making them much more difficult to dismiss completely. 6 to 7 of these abnormally high spikes happened in response to Daryl's request for it to do so, indicating a possible intelligence behind the anomalous activity. Nothing was seen or heard during this exchange. But like most of the guileful activity in the Collingwood Arts Center, what is unseen by human eyes tends to be discovered later after reviewing footage. During an early investigation on March 16, 2019, a dark, vaporous mass was eyewitnessed rising toward the ceiling, then disappearing in a third-floor hallway. This visual anomaly, suitably enough, was not caught on camera, as no one happened to be rolling at the time. So what mysterious forces exactly resonate throughout the hallways of the Collingwood Arts Center? Are the restless spirits of dutiful nuns still attending to their religious commitments? The alleged occult activity in the Gerber house somehow summoned shadowy and malevolent beings that now stalk the basement? Are certain hauntings residual, or are they sentient? Could the activity be fueled by the energy continuously released by the artistic expression of the residents? Perhaps there is another theory. A tulpa, or a thought form, is an idea that has its modern origins in the religion of Theosophy, although it owes its name to a term adapted from Tibetan Buddhism. The concept of a tulpa is that of a being that starts in the imagination, but succeeds in obtaining some sort of tangible existence and, quite possibly, an awareness. In theory, tulpas can be created either unwittingly from the collective thoughts of many people, or intentionally by an act of individual or mutual willpower. Could a legend that's believed by many people over a period of time be given a foothold in our reality and molded by a type of energy that we cannot scientifically detect as of yet? Could the willful acts of the rumored occult activity have somehow generated what is believed to be demonic entities, but are merely hollow constructs of the beings the occultists wish to conjure? No one knows the answers for certain, and there might be many other factors that we are not considering. Even if you do not believe in the paranormal at all, the rich history and expressiveness on display at the Collingwood Arts Center is worth experiencing many times. We here with Alterworld hope that in the future, if for only one night, we can have the entire facility for ourselves, as a few hours during public investigations can barely scratch the surface of what might be found here. The members of Alterworld are not trying to tell you what to believe, or what, if anything, coexists with the tenets of the Collingwood Arts Center. But what we want you to do is think about the possibilities. After all, a thought can lead to an idea, and an idea can lead to many different creations, like a painting, a sculpture, a book, or, quite possibly the most important creation of all, a discussion.